Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kaz from Momiji Savings Studios. Wow, what a week we've had. We've lost... So, start from the beginning. I'm having the same problem as everybody else since the latest Apple update on the phone and my laptop, in that there's not enough storage for anything. So anyway, deleting stuff. I've accidentally deleted all my archived emails from the last 10 years. Yeah, that was upsetting. And then today I went into my photo library on my laptop and it's not there anymore. So I've also deleted off my laptop. So I go into my iCloud on my phone and my photos are still there. So my photos are now off my laptop and in the cloud, which has saved quite a lot of memory actually. And the emails, I was talking to a friend yesterday and it was really interesting. I was talking to her about it and she said, maybe you haven't deleted anything, you've just restarted. So I thought that was really good because I've got about 30,000 photographs on my iCloud, which I've been trying to delete. Lots of duplicates and lots of other things over the last 11 months while I've been in the UK, and I'm still going. And I had lots of emails which I don't really need anymore because I'm no longer in business, I'm employed. My taxes were all done and the business was closed professionally, so I won't need to do any auditing or anything. And then some of the email addresses that I needed are still there when I put the start of the emails in. So yeah, and I've managed to convince myself that I don't need anything on my laptop, and in my email addresses archived forever. Anyway, so today we're going to do a bit of cash planning and just getting ready for cash stuffing week 1 of May. Yeah, week 1 of May. And I've also need to find £2,000. I went to see the orthopedic foot trauma specialist on Monday, and I'm really struggling to walk now. My left foot has arthritis. I had a steroid injection in it about, well, it'll be 2 years in this month. And the last 6 months I've really struggled, and I've waited 6 months to see this guy. And he, amazing to me, he didn't have any, he just saw me and he didn't have any equipment there to do a steroid injection, which I thought was quite odd. Anyway, he said, yes, we can try another steroid injection. It's okay. You can have up to 3 steroid injections and then we look at surgery. And you definitely have some issues with your foot, arthritis, and there is a possibility that you will need some fusion in the future. And I said, okay, when can I have the steroid injection? He said, well, I can refer you for it. And I said, excuse me? He said, oh, I need to refer you into the department that does that. And then I said, how long would that take? And he went, oh, I don't know. And I said, seriously, how long will that take? Because if it's going to take a really long time, I cannot walk and I will need to go private. So I went private in New Zealand for my steroid injection. It cost me about $700, which is about 350 quid. So I said to him, I'd rather go private and get it done if it's going to take a long time. So he said, well, I can do it privately in the private hospital. And I said, well, let's get it sorted. Because I said, you know, you need to tell me how long. And he said, 12 to 18 months waiting time for a injection that takes, I don't know, a few minutes to do, and an x-ray. I mean, in New Zealand, we have it done under ultrasound because we have portable ultrasounds. And you have it when you see the specialist at that moment, so you don't have to wait. I nearly fell on the floor. 12 to 18 months. I can hardly walk now. I'm having trouble with my hip, my back, my neck, because I'm not walking properly on this foot. Anyway, so I went, book me in. So he said, I can do you next Wednesday. And I went, book me in, don't care. And I thought, oh, you know, most it'll be is about £1,000. So I got the quote back the next day and it was £1,998. Roughly estimate. What was it? Not an estimate, it calls it a quote. And I'm like, oh my goodness me. And I just thought about it, and I thought, I cannot carry on doing this. So I did quickly work out how much I've got in binders and things that I can pull out. And yeah, so I've booked in for next Wednesday, and I'm going to be in at 12 o'clock because I could pick my time, 7:15 in the morning or 12. Luckily my sister's working in Hereford that she can pick me up on her way home. So yeah, what a week. And then I've paid the credit card back for my tooth, which I put less cost to New Zealand, but yeah, it's just crazy. Anyway, let's go through April because I've finalised it all up. So in the end, into my English bank account, I received £2,623.22. I didn't include what was left over in the bank. And in my New Zealand account, I got $2,286.27 in rent because it was a 5-week month, but I did need to pay for a visit, an inspection of the house, and then I paid for the DVS to be serviced and a new filter put on it. So I thought that was quite good. So, and then I transferred 500 over, although it says 1,000 there, it's complicated anyway. I put that yeah. So anyway, there's 1,137.55 gone over extra, which gave me $3,423.82 in my bank account in New Zealand. Then I've taken all my expenses. So there was 3 weeks, 3 payments to mortgage, and I've ended up with $529.41 left in my bank account, which is really good. And that will go towards paying the bills that I've got next month. Then these are the bills that came out. I did put some diesel in at the end of April. I put £25.01 in because I tried to put 25, but it goes over. And the other thing, parking, I took a train into the city to see the consultant because it was easy to take the train, and I've put that train trip in, so parking and train was £25.25, so that went over. Once all those bills were paid, I ended up with £1,142.90 left. I didn't put anything into bonus bonds. I put 100 across to my pension, which left me with the 1,042. These were all the cash stuffings that I did, which was left me with 192.90, and then these were all the overspends. So we had Google ads, which I haven't done since. Food was 219.69, which I included Monday's food because that was in April still. Pharmacy was when I was sick. The hotel was when I went to friends. I bought a Bible. The dentist I included here. The gym, I had my first assessment, so I've been signed up to the gym for 4 months for £25 a month, and that includes parking, swimming pool, gym and everything. So I've paid for my PT assessment, and I'll start that once my foot's feeling a bit better. My £100 allowance, I put it towards this accommodation, so I minused it off there, and so that total came to £722.02. So I was overspent by £548.81. So that's wrong there. So anyway, I know I've sort of changed it over a bit. So then what I did for this month's so what I've done here is that I've put the credit card has gone over by £548.81. So this is now a debt that I need to pay off. However, I've dropped the expenses to New Zealand. I've dropped my pension to New Zealand. I'm not going to pay bonus bonds this month. I've added £100 here for food because I'm spending about £47 a week on extra bits and bobs. So, and this is the hospital visit, £1,983 quote, so we'll see how much it comes out to. So this month, with those things there going over, I'm overspent by £2,106.80. So what we're going to do in this video, while we set up all the budget, and I'm going to use this to set up the cash stuffing budget, I'm going to be taking every penny I have saved over the last 3 months, 3.5 months, wages wise. So January's, February's, March and April's wages. So all the money I've saved for the last 3.5 months is going to come out that I've saved to pay back some of that 2,000. So what I've realised is I need a pen and paper. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to empty the emergency fund. Anyway, I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to take a cup of tea. It's just pain, losing information. It's all been a bit stressful. And I'm home alone until Tuesday. This is Saturday today. My bestest friend from New Zealand came and I went out on Thursday night for dinner with her. I spent the whole day with her yesterday, and we ate all day long, and we did the black and white trail around Herefordshire. We ate morning tea. I don't know we call it morning tea in New Zealand. We ate lunch, we ate afternoon tea, and then we had a Chinese for dinner. It was fantastic. I had the biggest hugs. I had lots of love. My friend and her husband are Christians, and we had lots of conversations about my new journey. And yeah, it was really fantastic. Anyway, so we've got £2,106.80. This is the goal, to see how much of this we can take out of the binders. This is my emergency fund, and I've taken the liberty of wiping it clean and taking all the money out of it, and that's now down to zero. However, towards my debt, we have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 70, 90, 410, 430, 450, 470, 490, 500. No, did that wrong. Okay, I'm going to do it different. So we've got 51, 15, 250, 250, 250 plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70 equals 420. So 420 is coming out of the emergency fund and going onto my credit card. Because I'm paying for this next Wednesday, I'm going to transfer the money across on Monday. So this is all of my savings right now. So 420 is coming from the emergency fund. So that then goes back to zero. And I was almost halfway to my 1,000, but you know, this is why we save. I'm not touching my flight money. I'm not touching my pension money because that's already in New Zealand. I'm not touching my grandchildren's money. I'm then going to retire. I'm going to keep the Pixel Perfect because I want to finish it if I can. I've put some new games in, and I'm going to retire Pixel the primary challenge from Budget with Ira. I will take this home to New Zealand starting again next year. I've rubbed everything off, and in here we have 200, and that was from the primary challenge. And I'm so glad I've done my back to the bank stuff. So primary challenge is going to go back into my book, and then we're going to retire Pond Life. So we're going to take this pound out because I don't know where that's gone. I've cleaned this off as well, and I love this game, so I'm going to take that back to New Zealand. And in here we have 120, and that was from the Pond Life. Right, and then I'm going into my rocking witch binder, and I'm going to retire, feed it, and I'm going to retire health. Health, this is for my health, so contact lenses will have to wait. I will put this challenge somewhere else. So in health we have £36 and £80 there in health. I just figured that the next couple of months I'm going to have to send less back to New Zealand, and just pay my contact lenses when I need them. So this is the Rocking Witch challenge. We've still got some goes on here to do. I haven't wiped this off because I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but this owes me 5. Where's my little delivery? Now I've got a funny feeling that I had 2 5s in here. I counted them in with my money, so there's a 5 out for that. So this is going to be retired. I'll clean it off when I get there. And in here we have 20, 30, 40. So we have 40 in the feed it challenge. Right, so those are those. Then I'm coming into here. So good saving if you've got a massive debt. So this is the clothing. 2, 4. I thought there was 100 in there. Is there? 2, 4, 6, $80. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Oh, okay, so $80 there. So, oh, I know why, because I thought it was going to be 100 because I'm putting in money this week and next for when I go to Scotland. So that's out of clothing. So $80 is going back to the bank. Beauty. 20, 40, 60, 80. That's my hair. Oh, yeah, that's my hair. So we've got £30 from Beauty. I don't need any vitamins or anything. Registration, this isn't due till next March, and that's got 30 in it. That's coming out. Just checking I'm still filming. Christmas, oh, what's this? Hobbies, I know I owe that, 50. So Christmas has 50. That's coming out, and we've got a new challenge there, so that's okay. So that's that. Done. Right, that's everything. Let's see how much we've gathered so far. So we've got 420 plus 200, 120. I'm sorry, you can hear the dog barking. He's not barked all day. 120, 80, 40, 80, 30, 30, 50 equals 1050. So basically I'm halfway. So that is this. I'm going to keep all that together so I can make sure I do so let's just write how much cash is there though, because that's all going back to the bank. Let's do the cash. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and 10, 15. So there's 115, 115 in cash. Okay, so we need £2,106.80. minus 1050 equals, we need another 1056.80. Okay, so my next thing to do is to count the cash with you that I've got out the bank for this month. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 540. So we've got 540 there. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110. And then we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So we've got 1020 there. So that's for this next month. So the first thing I want to do is take out 160 in spending. So it's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. So that gives me £40 a month. Okay, so we're going to put that into here. So it's a 4-week month this month. So we've got week 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to put that 160 in there. Right, so then we want flights is 300. So we want 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. 10, 20, 30, 40, 250, 255, 260, 270, 280, 290, 300. So that 300 is for allocating to flights. Emergency is going to get 80. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that 80 is going to be given to this. So 80 emergency fund. So this money now goes into there because it's no good starting my emergency fund if I've got debts to pay. The grandkids are going to get 100. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm going to take all this money out. Christmas is going to get 20. So we're going to put Christmas is going to pay for debt. Birthdays. I didn't take anything out my birthday. I'm going to go back. No, I'm going to put the 20 from birthday. I didn't take anything about birthday because I'm still doing that challenge. So I'm going to not put birthday in this month. Registration gets 10. Registration gets 10. Hobbies gets 50, which I owe myself. So that gets 50. So that debt is paid. Hobbies. So that can go back in the bank. Clothing gets 40. 10, 20, 40. That can go towards the debt. Beauty gets 40, so I'm going to actually put 20 into Beauty, because that will make it 100 for my hair, just in case it's gone up. So Beauty's going to get 20. Binders is going to get 100 because I need to finish. The Rocking Witch binders, the Scotland and BB and Mew. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then Food's going to get 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we are correct. So an additional, out of this much cash stuff, and we've got an £80, 20, 20, 10, 50, 40, 20 equals, so 240. So we do 1056.80 minus 240 equals 816.80. So that means that next month's debt will be 816. So basically, again, I'll put 500 less to go to New Zealand and 100 less to pensions. So that's 600. So there's only 200 then. And what I might do is do what I've just done now, which is get these. What am I trying to say? Take some of these out next month as well to pay back the debt. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, because I've taken all this out and messed with it, I'm going to divide this into 4 so that then I can do 4 weekly cash stuffs. Okay, how long have I been filming for? Let me just check. 27 minutes. Okay, so that is that done. I'm going to need to pay this into the bank so that I can pay the credit card off, or I might just take this with me and give this in cash at the hospital and see if they just take cash and credit cards. I don't think they will though. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I'm going to take 20, 40, 60. And then we've got a 15. So going back to the bank to help pay in cash is 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 55. 355 in cash is going back to the bank. It feels a lot better to owe £800 rather than £2,106. And once that 800 will be paid over the next couple of months, because I might well need to pay it all off once the credit card comes through, otherwise I'll get charged interest. Although my mum did say she would lend me the money and I could pay her back over a couple of months, which is probably what I'll do with the 800s left. So she could lend me the 800, I can pay her back rather than, yeah. So I think that's been really productive. So yeah, so 1,209. So I have saved in different things 1,290. Pretty good. Pretty good. Right. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you coming along. Thanks for listening. Welcome to my new subscribers, and thanks for those of you that follow and comment. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.